Hello everyone. So in this video, I want to show you how you can design your own trading hall, and I'm going to be showing you a fairly interesting trading hall concept right here. So how does this work? You have cells that are 3 wide. It's actually the closest you can have them in 1.14.3, and I'll explain why in a second. First thing you have here, this button here, you basically can send the villager to Emerald City. Have fun. You have a lever here. You can basically lock the villager. Well, yeah, you can basically push the villager up, so if anyone comes to use your trading hall, he's not going to use a villager that you don't want him to use. And that's really important in 1.14 because you're going to be doing a lot of this, and you don't want people to lock up your villagers. Yep. But this also serves another purpose, and it's for back here. This line right there allows the villagers to get some trading gossip and some major positive gossip that we will get from our gossip spreaders down here. So how you do this is pretty much you push them up like this and then turn this off. And then this piston is going to get pushed forward, so whenever I send the gossip spreader here, it's going to stay stuck and it's going to be able to communicate with this villager. So let's pick this one for example. Let's send him over. It's gonna go around. Yep, here. And now he should be sharing gossip. Yep. And then when you're done, obviously you would push him back down, check if he actually got the trades, got the discounts. And if it's all done, you can turn this off and press the reset button here. And yep, he's gonna go around and come back to his cell. Over here. Here we go. Now, bad news. This gossip system here doesn't actually work in 1.14.3 super efficiently, and the reason is gossip now decays over time. So if I get this fantasy. Yep, I'm aiming at the string. Gossips. Yep, he has no more gossip. This villager I actually converted to a zombie villager and back. But he lost all his gossip in a few days by me just building this. So that's a big problem with 1.14.3. I'm not sure why it was changed. It never made it to change logs. So yeah, here's a little secret change for you. Even though this pretty much 80% of this trading hall doesn't really work anymore, I still think it's interesting to show because it's a cool concept. I've been trying to get this out for about 2 months now, but every update kept changing it, and 1.14.3 just it brought the final blow. But yeah, I still think it's a cool hall to show off right here. So there's a few things. For example, here when you push the villager up there, we don't want any villager that comes by for him to steal the gossip, right? So what we have here, actually, I can kill him? Yeah. So when the villager is standing here, he has line of sight with the zombie, so he can't actually get the gossip. But whenever you flick this, the line of sight here will be broken. And yeah, the piston will extend, obviously. So yeah, it's a cool little thing there I had to worry about when designing this. It's fairly compact. It's not the most compact thing ever. But it's some pretty alright redstone. Yep, so this is pretty much it with my design. Now I'll quickly go through all the mechanics needed for trading hall to work, and how you can design your own. So the first thing that I think is important to talk about is how the villagers pick a job. So let's say I get myself a workstation, and if I place a workstation down here, what are the conditions for this villager to be able to get the job? Like in this case, he didn't get it. So the code basically runs 2 checks. The first one is the workstation in this cuboid range here? So you can imagine a cuboid pretty much containing all those lines. So if I grab some glass, maybe we'll have visualize it. Here we go. So if the workstation is in this area right here, and as you can see, it's a little bit longer in the positive directions. Right here, it's a little, probably a bug, but whatever, it doesn't really hurt too much. If the workstation is in this area right here, the villager will pick it up no matter what. As you can see here, he always reaches it. Now, if the workstation is not in this area, like this for example, a second check will run, and that check will be, is the workstation in pathfinding range? And the villager here cannot pathfind to it, so he won't pick it up. But if, for example, I lower this down here, come back in, and please stay in there, and put here, for example, as you can see, he will pick up the workstation, even though it's out of range. So now with this knowledge, we can design a very simple trading hall that looks a bit like this. And any specific villager cannot reach the other cell, because as I've shown here, the area is basically only 2 blocks at max. So this is not directional. Now, it's pretty much the reason why I have a cell every 3 blocks down there, just to make sure a villager doesn't steal the other villager's workstation. Now, I've seen a few people use trapdoors here, like so. Here, oh man. And for example, Iskal, in his video where he showed a few trading hall designs, he used trapdoors there. I would not recommend doing that. Simple reason is, so basically when you're dealing with villagers, you want to replace the workstation a lot, right? And at some point it might happen that you break the workstation here, and now the villager thinks, oh, I can pathfind through this and steal any other workstation. So for example, if I put the villager down here, might take a while. Yep, as you saw, he pretty much stole the fletching table, which you don't want to happen. So that's why you put iron bars. Where is that? Yep, it's here. That way you can do something like this without him stealing any other workstation, and you can still reach the villager. You can right click him. Anyway, yep. So for the cell design, here you have your very simple cell. Now I'm just gonna quickly add the double piston extender at the bottom here. So it's a sticky piston facing up with a piston, observer, a block, a lamp, and a lever. Here we go. Now for the killing mechanism, you want to have a lamp, a button, an observer facing into a block, like so, and piston here and piston out there. And there you have it. Mechanics are not as complex as they used to be in 1.14.2, so you only really need this. Actually, even this right here is if you want to go all fancy, for multiplayer, for example, this can be pretty useful. Yeah, so back to this here. Here I just want to demonstrate the issue really quickly. So if we put down a few zombies, just a few, a little bit. Okay, that was bad. Bad idea. There. If I put down just a few. Villager here. Okay, he died. he converted. That's gonna be hard. Yes, got it. Now I can get a weakness potion. Feed them a golden apple. I'm just gonna tick warp through this. And here we go. I'm gonna get his data. So he has major positive 25. This is what I get from curing. So I'm gonna keep tick warping for a bit. Let's say 10 hours. I'm just gonna keep getting the data every time. And I should maybe enable. True. Yep, here we go. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Actually about 5 seconds, cause yeah, he's already at 20. Yeah, I'm not sure why this was added in the first place, but it's really annoying. I would really like the changes to get reverted. I think it was, you know, it's a cool mechanic. It's not the easiest to build. It takes some time because you need to convert a zombie villager to villager again. And then you have this weird process here that isn't really automatic because of gossiping times and stuff like that. You know, I think it's an interesting mechanic, and I don't think anyone is really willing to get a new villager every, you know what, 10 minutes or so, just to get good discounts. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video somewhat useful, and I'll see you in the next one.